Hello YouTube and welcome to another Juniper tutorial. So in this video I'm going to show you how to configure Inter-vlan routing on the Juniper devices. So are you ready? Let's get started. So as you can see here I have this simple topology. So here I have actually three VLANs, VLAN 10, VLAN 20 and VLAN 30, okay? And these VLANs are actually connected to a single Juniper switch. Here I'm using QFX Juniper switch. So you can see it consists of two logical things. It consists of a packet forwarding engine and the routing engine, and they are related between each other with EM1 interface, okay? But this is just logical configuration here, okay? So it doesn't matter. But I have to say that the configuration that I'm going to show you here will also apply to Juniper MX routers, or if you want to SRX firewall, actually Juniper also if you want, okay? So here in this Juniper switch we have three actually interfaces: XE001, XE002 and XE003, okay? So we're gonna configure each interface to belong to the corresponding VLAN, okay? So first thing first, let's configure actually or set up our VLANs. So here if I do show VLANs, you can see that I have only one, so I have to add the other three, VLAN 10, VLAN 20 and VLAN 30, okay? So in order to add them, it's pretty easy. We actually have to go to the configuration mode using the edit or configure command as you want. Then we use the command set VLAN. Okay, so here we are given a name, so let's call it simply VLAN 10, and with the VLAN ID of also 10. So VLAN ID, I will just give it 10. I will do the same for the VLAN 20, so this time I will call it VLAN 20 with the ID of 20. And finally VLAN 30, I will name it VLAN 30 also, okay? So now our VLAN has been actually set up, but we didn't commit our changes yet, okay? So let's commit that, commit and quit. Okay, in order to see them actually on the operational mode of our Juniper switch here, okay? And after that I have to add each interface to its corresponding VLAN, okay? So now I'm on the operational mode, so if I do show VLANs, so you can see now that I have three VLANs, but no interface is attached to any VLAN here, okay? So I will attach, for example, the interface XE001 to VLAN 10. So in order to do that, it's pretty easy. Set interfaces, or actually first I have to go to the config mode, so I always forget that. Set interfaces. So as I told you, I will add interface 0/0/1, okay, here unit 1 actually, or unit 0 if you want, because it's a logical interface, okay? So the family will be Ethernet switching, okay, and I will add it as VLAN member to the VLAN 10. Okay, so VLAN 10. So this is the command that to add this interface to the VLAN 10. Okay, here we go. I will do the same for the interface X002, and this time it will be VLAN 20. So here I have to change interface 002, and I will keep the logical unit to 0 also. Then VLAN 30, our final interface here for the interface X003. Okay, So let's commit and quit and verify that now each interface belongs to its corresponding VLAN. Okay, so we'll wait for the configuration to be actually set up. Okay, now if I do the command show VLANs, you can see that each interface belongs to its corresponding actually VLAN. Okay, so now we are done configuring these interfaces. Okay, but we still, PC1 for example cannot ping PC2, cannot ping PC3, and vice versa. Okay, so let's verify that. So if I try to ping PC2 from PC1, I get nothing. Okay, so not reachable. Okay, so now in order to configure inter-VLAN between these VLANs, actually we have to actually set up a special interface called IRB, or Internet Routing and Bridging Interface. This is the corresponding SVI interfaces if you are coming from the Cisco world. Okay, so we have to add actually in the switch each IRB interface for each VLAN. Okay, so I will show you how you can do that. So I will go to the config mode. So in order to set up this interface, it's pretty easy. Set interface, yes, I call it IRB. Okay, so it's special interface, integrated routing and bridging interface. Okay, so here I will use as logical unit. So it's common to use as unit the VLAN ID of the VLAN. So here you can use 0 if you want, but here it's common to use the ID of the VLAN. So I will just here put 10, and of course the family will be inet, and the address I will affect an address that corresponding to this VLAN here. Okay, so I will give it 172.16.10.1. okay, and of course it's /24. Okay, so here we create this interface for the first VLAN, or VLAN 10 actually. Okay, here we go. I will do the same for the VLAN 20. So I will keep it 20 here, and the interface will be unit actually 20 also. And finally for the last VLAN, which is 30.30.1. okay, something happened here, so let me verify that. Set IRB interface, here I have to enter 30, family internet dot 30. Okay, so now I'm done. So let's commit our interfaces here. Okay, now if you want to see the whole configuration from the actually config mode, you can execute the command run show configuration, and we display that set. Okay, just to verify that we entered the command exactly. So here you can see all the interfaces that we have set up: IRB 10 and IRB.20 and IRB.30. okay, so here we have set up this interconnecting, or actually routing and bridging interfaces. Okay, but now we are not yet done. We have to add this IRB interfaces to its corresponding VLAN. So we do that using the command set VLANs, and here I will attach for the VLAN 10 a layer 3 interface. So let me enter the command once again, layer 3 interface, and of course the corresponding IRP interface, which is IRP.10. okay, and I will do the same for the other interfaces. For 20 I will attach it to VLAN 20, and for the 30 I will attach it to VLAN 30. okay, then I have to commit, and here you have to make sure that this IRP interfaces should be the gateway for our corresponding PC. So for example, for our PC1, if I do show IP, you can see here I have configured as a gateway this IRP interface, and the same thing for PC2, I have configured the corresponding gateway as IRP.20. okay, so now the configuration has been successfully checked and configured. So now I guess everything is okay. We can reach, for example, PC2 from PC1. We still have not reachability, so let's verify if everything is okay. So I will go to operational mode, and I will do show config display set to see all we have entered here. So here you can see the full configuration. I guess everything is okay. We have set up our interfaces to belong to each VLAN. So this is the config here, and we have added our integrated routing and bridging interfaces. This is the configuration here. okay, and finally our layer 3 interface IRP corresponding to each VLAN. So this is what I have configured here. So everything is okay now. So let's try once again to ping PC2 from PC1. We have time up. Now it's okay, it's pinging. okay, and let's verify that on PC2. So let's ping PC1 from PC2 this time, and we have reachability. So everything is okay, everything is working. So you can see how easy it is to configure inter-VLAN routing in any Juniper devices using what we call integrated routing and bridging interfaces. So that was just a brief video to show you how to configure inter-VLAN routing in Juniper devices. As always, I hope it has been informative for you, and I want to thank you for viewing. Bye bye.